better today, a lot more energy. The team are back.
Well, it makes a change for it to be a nice sunny day in Manchester, a little bit nippy, but a sunny day, and a big game against Chelsea coming just after the defeat in midweek to Paris Saint-Germain. And of course next week it's Bruges. Now, if you follow me on social media, you'll know that in the last few days I've been speaking to Fernandinho, one of the great players, of course, holding midfielder for City, who's coming over to this game, I believe, and also to the Bruges game. But I did quite a long interview with him, probably about 40 minutes, talking about his career in Brazil, in Ukraine, of course at City, about that Champions League final in 2021. Lots of fascinating stuff, and I'll be putting that video up, the highlights of it certainly, on this channel fairly soon, and the full audio version of that on the audio podcast that I do. But for now, here are his thoughts on this game.
The position they are now is not easy, you know. Obviously, even in Premier League, you never know what can happen. Teams dropping points, but it's a tough task now. Chelsea, even not going through the best moment during the season, but they still have a good team, and it's going to be a big game. So I think if both teams reach the best football possible on the pitch, it's going to be a big game. So it's going to be decided with the details. And obviously, if City wins that game, go extra motivated to finish the group stage in Champions League against Bruges at home, and there is a big chance to win that game and go through even to the playoffs. And well, it's going to be two decisive games, and hopefully the lads will perform well to win those games, because this is what we want.
So that's Fernandinho speaking ahead of this game. Let's find out who I meet here as usual, and thanks as always to Timpson for supporting the work that I do, and to RRG Group, who have garages, that is car sales and repairs and all sorts of stuff all around the northwest of England. So thanks very much for their support as well. So let's see who else I meet today. Well, I haven't met anybody yet, so let's see who I meet today ahead of this game against Chelsea.
Hopefully it gives the three new signings a run out, mainly to bed them in and to keep the other guys fresh for Wednesday against Bruges.
Do you want to see all three make the debuts today?
I'd like to, yeah. Mainly for Wednesday, so the other players who are carrying niggles can get a bit of fitness back and they're raring to go, because we need the 3 points against Bruges.
So despite this being home game against one of City's rivals for the top four, well, maybe you don't perceive it as a risk, but you would take the risk of giving 3 debuts and putting the priority on Wednesday, would you?
I think the quality in the squad's good enough for the other 8 that are playing to help the 3 new guys through. So maybe not Vitor, but definitely the other centre half, and Marmoush maybe up front on the wing, helping out where he can.
And you've just been to Paris,
yeah.
So you've seen the other side of City throwing away a 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
How confident are you today then, after witnessing that?
I think it's a bit of a different thing at home, especially in the Premier League with us. But hopefully the fans can get behind the team and then push us over there. Because in Paris it was just, PSG atmosphere sort of overwhelmed us a bit. But I think I would like to see Marmoush get a run out today. I think he could be a big threat and could be vital to us winning this game.
Pep always denies that he prioritises one game over another, but this is Chelsea and then next week Arsenal, with this decider in the Champions League in the middle. Should he be prioritising any of these 3 games?
I mean, realistically you should prioritise all 3, but he'll set up the best way you think he can, and hopefully we can win all 3, but you never know, so.
What's your priority of these 3?
Probably this Bruges one midweek, because getting through into the next stage of Champions League, it's a big chance of winning a big trophy this season, which I don't think we'll do in the Premier League, so I think that could be key.
Well, I normally say go with the game that's in front of you, and still to a degree that, Ian. But midweek game is massive. Midweek game is huge for the club. You know, starting today, you know, listen, we need to beat Chelsea, but you know, you can always make up after today, no matter what. You know, win, lose or draw, you can always recover for what is realistic for us is a top 4 this year. But the game in midweek is huge.
You're going to see the 2 defenders, because you're a defender, make the debuts today, straight in.
I'm not so sure. I watched some highlights this week, yeah, proper defender. But you know, no, John Stones is available. Gvardiol's fit. He's just trying to fit in around that. We've had a catastrophic injury list this year, and I spoke about this midweek after the fixture with Diaz going off at half time. You know, continuity is pivotal to any defensive unit, and we've had, I think maybe Tottenham might be near us, but no other team has suffered what we have this year with injuries, especially, you know, to the 2 centre halves or 3, that whatever shape we're going to. But you know, and sometimes even going into games we've changed. I bet we've changed 10 times in the first half this season, which is remarkable, and it's something that, you know, it's very hard to create any you know, clear patterns and understandings when your defenders are changing in game, you know, and game to game.
These days, who knows? It's so difficult to predict a game, what they're going to be playing like, what team's going to be. I mean, Paris last week, you know, I thought they played reasonably well first half, second half, just back to old habits and losing a 2-0 lead. Ridiculous, you know, same as Brentford. Should game manage it and, you know, hold on in there, put some defenders on, anything. I know it's not playing the way we want to play, but at the end of the day, we're going to get a result, so hopefully we can do it today.
To see 2 debutant defenders then?
Well, yeah, bring them on. I mean, everybody we're playing at the back now is injured every week, so it's got to change. We've always needed a left back, even since Mendy went. We've no one to replace, you know, that position, and even that right back Walker's been brilliant. He's not there anymore, so you might as well blood him in now and get him in the World Club Championships when that comes round, and hopefully we can finish 4th and obviously beat Bruges on Wednesday, and you never know.
What are you expecting from Chelsea? I mean, that's the hard thing for me.
Well, I think they're a bit unpredictable as well. They're a brilliant team, but they leak goals, don't they? So, you know, City at home, we should beat them. Simple as that.
Hiya Ian, my name's Dot. I've been a City supporter since about 1970, when I've started supporting City because of Colin Bell, who came from the village next to me in Durham.
Heselden.
And I've just been a City supporter ever since, on and off, because I've lived abroad quite a while, but in the last 3 or 4 years I've been to nearly every home match, and I've now got a season ticket, so yeah.
So what do you think of today? I mean, 2 debuts, two of the new sides.
I'm excited. I'm pleased that they seem to be picking up a bit now, City. I'm pleased Pep's staying. I'm pleased Haaland's signed a big contract, although he's not my favourite player. But yeah, I'm sad to see Kyle go, I must admit. But you know, things move on. Yeah, and I wish him all the best.
There's 3 big games this week. It's this one, because I still consider Chelsea to be a big club.
Yeah.
Then it's the midweek game,
yeah,
do or die in the Champions League.
Yeah, I'll be here.
And then it's Arsenal.
Yeah.
So Pep never prioritises, should he? Is one of these games more
No, I
important?
don't think so. I think he's the best manager around. He's just had a bit of a blip, or the team's had a bit of a blip. You can't blame it all on Pep. But fingers crossed for today. I'm confident. Yeah.
Nice to see Kusanov included. A bit worried when obviously I heard rumours that he might start at right wing back to solve the problem there with Walker going to AC Milan, and with Nunes obviously trying his hardest to make that position his own in recent weeks. But it's nice to see him playing centre half. Really interesting to see what he can translate from his time in France to here. Different game over here, of course. Not as difficult in France, in my honest opinion. That's nothing against him. I think he's an excellent player. He's going to bring a lot of physicality to the back line. Don't want to get too ahead of myself. I said it about Laporte and I was proven right though. He's very physical, very company-like in the sense that he'll get stuck into people. He's very rough and tumble. He'll go shoulder to shoulder and he won't shirk a challenge. I think today Chelsea will struggle in the attacking phases of play because he's so physical, and the likes of Palmer and the likes of Madueke and the likes of Nicholas Jackson won't like Kusanov, even at 20, getting stuck into them. Omar Mamouche is in the side as well, really excited to see him. Very, very good in the pockets, really good as a number 10, also likes to run in behind as well, so it'll be intriguing for me and all the City fans at the ground today, and yourself, to see how him and Haaland link up. Maybe it's Haaland holding the ball up for him, flicking him in behind, and vice versa. It's played out in Germany at Frankfurt with someone, Ekatike, who's very much built like Haaland. See whether we can translate that to our pitch today and see whether we can come away with a great result. I'm going for a City 2-1 win. I think the new signings will bring a lot of quality, and I'm very excited for the game.
Okay, cheesy really. I missed the first goal. I was going on the pitch to pay tribute to Toe, and it took me a little while to get back up, and I thought we scored. I said to Gary Owen, I think we just scored. It was, somebody says, oh, Chelsea have scored. But yeah, I'm happy now. I think we should have been the goal in front with the chances we've had, you know. It's all about scratching the results out, cheesy, this moment in time, you know. Last year we was right at the very top and we've slipped a little bit, but you can see them, they're all a bit more determined now, and I just keep my fingers crossed and hopefully we can pull a nice win out.
Everybody knows that the big problem City have had this season is injuries. You were a physio, did you ever see anything like this glut of injuries when you were in your role?
No, I was just saying to a couple of people there, some of the tackles I see here, they pull the hair down and they're off for a week, I don't know, but no, it's, I mean, at the end of the day, if they're injured, they can't play at this level, and you have to play at the top level, you know, it's not as though you're playing in the first division or the second division or it's a Premier League, and you've got to be on form, you've got to be fit, you've got to be strong, that's the end of it.
City going to win?
Yeah, I'm fancying it now, yeah. I fancied it as the start of cheesy, come on. Yeah, I'm definitely pushing for a win, yeah.
We needed that. Great win.
I mean, personally, I thought Bernardo Silva was the City's exceptional player today.
Yeah, he played, I said that to my dad, he played really well, he didn't stop running.
I thought the two new lads played quite well, especially that man moves. He's got some speed on him. That lad is an unfortunate mistake he made, but then he settled down after it, didn't he?
Yeah. I thought he might have knocked his confidence, but I think he was just nervous. So, but we've got above them now, so.
Does that give you more confidence now for Wednesday?
Yeah. Well, you've got to stay positive, but yeah, I think it'll give us like the confidence and the players, definitely.
I think we'll pick up now. He seems to be getting a bit more confidence back into the side, and he's bringing in players which he should have done at the beginning of the season, really. You know, because our midfield is aging and it's quite slow, and people have been finding us out. We're playing with no full-backs. Full-backs are pulled inside, the wingers are left unmarked, and that's the problem we've had the whole season. We just knock the ball over the top to the wingers and we're wide open.
Today, a lot more energy, a team are back.
What did you think of the new signings?
Very good. You can tell they'll both be good players given time, especially the centre-back.
Obviously they can't play in midweek. Come on! Are you confident now, or more confident after that victory to beat Bruges on Wednesday?
Be confident when Gvardiola's at the club.
Well, boys, I am absolutely buzzing after that. After the disappointment on Wednesday, we needed a bounce back and we got it. About time. And you see the passion, that's what we've needed all this time. It's the best performance since August. This is what we've missed. We've missed the morality. And we've actually, the players were defending, they were fighting, they were tracking back, they were fighting for the badge on the shirt. We missed that for so many months, and I'm proud of that. And we were excellent. And that's why we're champions, and it's great to be a blue.
I'm guessing you're confident now about the Bruges game on Wednesday.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not saying we'll win the Champions League, but we'll progress. At least we'll get through, and that's all we can ask for. Top 4, progress to the next round. Anything else is a bonus, really. We've had so much the last 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 years. There's obviously always been a request, but if we get through, I'll be happy with that. And let's just get to that top 4 and wait for next season, because Marmouth, Kushinov, they are absolute stellar signings from what I've seen tonight. Absolutely fantastic. The best performance all season.
City are back. Listen, let's not try to polish it as a great performance. Let's polish it as we have 2 new boys in there who are learning the City dance. Okay, we let them in. They took the lead. But guess what? We came back. We did what City should be doing, playing their football the way we did, clinical. Over the top, Haaland a couple of times. You've got to give it to Ederson. Today his distribution was what was won the game, and a few vital saves. I know people are critical of a lot of players. Stop doing it. Stop criticising players. We're a team. Today they gelled. They beat Chelsea. Okay, 3-1. We're having a shocking season in some people's eyes. But you know what? We're still up there. Come Wednesday night, Club Brugge. Let's do the job. For those of you who travel over land and sea, yes, it was shocking to watch the PSG game. I was there, unfortunately, and I saw that. And just tonight, let's carry the good work on. The new boys looking good. They'll have to watch Coronation Street to learn English. Hey up, Pep. Get an hot pot on, Bet.
Little hairy there in the first half. Gave them kind of 3 chances there, but I'm just relieved that we managed to come back, and now we're back in the top 4, and hopefully we can push on and at least make it back to the Champions League next year. So,
and obviously there's a big Champions League game on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Does that give you more confidence now that City will progress?
It does. That second half kind of controlled most of the match. I guess that first half was a little hairy, but the second half got it under control more, and looking more positive heading into the Bruges match. So we'll see.
Who were the players that stood out for you? I really loved Bernardo Silva today.
Yeah.
The pressing, the energy. But you might think differently.
No, he was all over the pitch. Gvardiol defending was a little shaky, but going forward he was massive. So Haaland, second half, he started controlling the ball better, bringing it down, distributing a little bit. So that was encouraging to see. Yeah.
Well, a couple of goals late on in that game did impress me. Certainly Erling Haaland, and then Phil Foden scoring the goals that clinched the victory against Chelsea. Overall, as I mentioned there in the questions that I was asking, I thought Bernardo Silva ran his socks off, did so much closing down. I think he's such a valuable player, and that certainly will give City a massive lift going into that Bruges game on Wednesday. Thanks very much to you for watching, and there'll be another little contribution from Fernandinho in the vlog looking at the Bruges game in midweek. Andy Morrison, who missed out last week on the audio podcast, has promised he'll definitely be on it this week, so make sure you listen to that. And thanks for watching, because it's always great to be a Blue.